Hi, I'm Andrew with Bullion RV, and today we're going to take a look at this Forest River Cherokee Arctic Wolf 289 pano. It's 34 feet and 9 inches long, 9,545 pounds dry. Let's go take a look. Now, right off the bat, when you drive this off the lot here at Bullion RV, it will come with two completely full 20-pound propane tanks. You have a good space of pass-through storage under here. Here's where you can hook up for all of your plumbing, access your outdoor shower, even get the hoses in that way so it make it a little cleaner. You don't have to keep the door open. Here's your on-demand hot water heater. Now, because this is on demand, you have unlimited hot water. You will, if you're plugged into the city water, you will run out of propane before you run out of hot water if you're taking an extra long shower. Here is your exhaust for your furnace. And then down under here is where you can connect for your sewer. Now, the nice thing about it being placed there and away from the slide, you're not crawling under anything to kind of pull any levers or hook anything up, which is just really nice. Coming around the back end, you'll notice we are prepped to have a backup camera installed if you want to have one of those. We do have two GFCI outlets, and here is where you can plug into your 50 amp power. Now, this does have a towing package. It's got a 300-pound hitch with a 3,000-pound tow rating. You do need to check your local and state laws, and known state laws, to see how long of an extra trailer you can have pulling this, because that is going to be from the front of your truck to the end of that second trailer, and everywhere is a little different. So just make sure that you are able to know exactly what the law is in the states you'll be traveling through. Coming around the side here, it's a little breezy, and we're kind of close to this other Arctic Wolf here, so I do not have that awning pulled out, but we do have a nice big powered awning with the LED lights up underneath. Now, that does it for the outside. Let's take a look at the interior. Well, first off, we do have these nice big stable steps and an oversized grab handle to help you get in. Now, this is called the 289 pano. What does pano mean? Well, I'm pretty sure it is just this massive, massive panoramic view that you have in this camper. You can see that it's got huge, huge panoramic view, and I'm pretty sure that is why it's called the 289 pano. I could be wrong, but this is a great unit to be able to park next to the lake, up by the mountains, anywhere you have a nice view. Coming over here, we do have a movable ottoman with storage underneath, two leather chairs. You've got storage for silverware and whatever you want to put back there under the table here. Those chairs can be moved to this side. There's nothing there right now. I'll explain that in a minute. But we've got some theater style seating there. You do have a fireplace, which is always nice. It's essentially it's a space heater with a fancy light bulb. So if you're plugged into city power, or you're at your brother-in-law's driveway and you're plugged into his house with an extension cord, that's free heat because it heats your camper and it doesn't use any of your propane. Now, we do have a really nice big L-shaped sectional couch. And the reason there's no chairs on that side of the table is because this part of the couch will actually twist and be stored there. And you can see the tie-down straps for when you're actually traveling and when you want to bring the slides in. Now, one of the things that not a lot of campers have for some odd reason are coat hooks and just a quick place to hang your jackets when you come inside. So seeing this is really nice. Got key rings up here, outlets if you want to charge your phone here, and another cabinet. Now, this is a feature that I don't think I will ever use, but I can understand why it's helpful for a lot of folks, because right here, you pull this up, pull that down, now you have a stepladder to be able to reach that cabinet up there. So like I said, I may never use a feature like that, but just building that into the camper is just really clever. Coming around into the kitchen area. Instead of the traditional island, they actually went with more of a peninsula shape. Because of that sectional couch, they figured, hey, nobody's going to be walking through there anyway. So they added extra counter space, which in a camper, counter space is always awesome. Heck, even in the kitchen in your house, more counter space is awesome. A lot there. We got a 3-burner cooktop, nice stove. Not going to cook a Thanksgiving turkey in there, but you could do a sheet of lasagna, you know, pizzas, all that kind of stuff. Got more storage. Got your microwave. Storage up there. Nice dedicated freezer for, you know, ice cream bars for the grandkids. And under here, you got a nice, pretty good size refrigerator to keep everything cool as well. You do have a pantry. It is a pretty decent size. And there is a light here that you can turn on, help you see what you're doing. Now, this is a pretty decent sized pantry. Now, if you have teenagers, that it probably won't stay full very long, but you can still put a lot in there. Over here, this actually is a central vacuum, which means you can plug in your hose here and use it like a traditional vacuum, or if you want, you can sweep everything up to here, lift that up, and basically it becomes a dustpinless dustpan. You know, you've probably seen that feature at like barber shops and whatnot. Just a quick, easy, convenient way to get rid of the dirt in your camper. We'll head up top here. Here's all your controls for your lights, your slides, your awning, all that kind of good stuff. Got your other controls here for your air conditioner and water heater. Or I'm sorry, your air conditioner furnace. And then in here, we do have a floor flush porcelain toilet. A lot of nice space to, you know, put toilet paper or whatever you want up there. And a pretty decent sized shower that has a skylight. Now, because that shower has a skylight, taller guys like me can actually fit. And actually, wow. Okay, I thought it was going to be too tall for this shower. I'm impressed. Kudos to you, Forest River. This is probably the best shower you've done. Like that. I'm legitimately impressed by that shower. So yeah, you can be closer to 7 feet tall than 6 feet tall and still take a pretty good shower in there. That's crazy. Coming into the bedroom here, you do have a walk-around queen-size bed. Now, some people really want that king-size bed in their camper because they've got one at home. Well, I can understand that, but queen-size beds are so much easier to maintain and make. You can actually get all the way up there into the corners, put the sheets on, and realistically, unless you're full-timing in your camper and you're using it as a traditional camping trip kind of a deal, you're not going to spend too many nights on this bed. So yes, if you want the king bed, if you prefer king bed, great, but queen beds are really, really nice in campers. Coming over here, here's your ports for your furnace for heat. There is a small air conditioner up here, as well as a larger one in the main area. And that main larger one is ducted. So say if you're trying to sleep and this air conditioner is a little too noisy, you can run the one back in there and have the cold air coming out of those two vents instead. You do have the option of mounting a TV. Some pretty nice drawers. Cabinet on one side to hang clothes. Maybe that would be his cabinet or his closet. And this would be her closet, because it's a lot bigger and a lot, you know, really good space for storage back in there or as a hanging wardrobe. Got the cabinets above the bed and a nice feature, a little creature comfort of that night light there, or I should say reading light instead of a night light. But again, I'm Andrew with Bullion RV. This is the Forest River Arctic Wolf, Cherokee Arctic Wolf 289 panel. You get that huge panoramic view in here. Get to see everything around your campsite. And actually, I should mention this too. Each window has blackout shades. So when you take this up to Alaska and it's daylight 20 hours a day, you can still go to sleep. So, Cherokee 289 panel. My name's Andrew with Bullion RV. My number is 218-408-8937. please give me a call if you're interested in this or any of the other units we have on our lot. Again, 218-408-8937, and I hope to hear from you soon.